Angel alert! SunWest is continuing to slash turn times. Just weeks after announcing the 1-hour condition review time, SunWest is reviewing over 70% of conditions in under 40 minutes. From wherever you're at, drop your conditions into Morgan and don't miss a minute. At SunWest, we're continuously innovating because we believe your true home is always with it.
Loan originators at SunWest are free from origination details and stress. You too can be limitless and have it all. We don't have a pyramid of layers, and all of the commission is yours. All I want to do is make you money.
Welcome to The Interest. I'm Mike Savino. Another company shuts its doors and a mortgage industry rivalry spills out onto the basketball court. We'll have more on all of that coming up, but first, immigrants come to the U.S. looking for an opportunity. And in this month's NMP magazine, we see many of them are finding it right here in the mortgage industry. NMP staff writer Katie Jensen tells us about some who've climbed all the way to the top of the industry, and in many cases, we can learn something from their success stories.
When I become a real estate and mortgage broker, everyone told me not to.
Entering the mortgage industry can be challenging for anyone. You have to get borrowers to trust you with what is often their biggest purchase and their pride and joy. It can be even harder for immigrants, especially for those learning a new language and culture on top of learning a new career.
I don't know anything. So I basically try to get the client and at the same time learning from the lender.
And yet many immigrants find themselves in mortgage and thriving. Some end up in the field by accident. InstaMortgage founder Shashank Shaker was in finance when his company transferred to mortgages and eventually to the U.S.
In fact, I had a 5-month-old daughter, so not exactly looking to move 8,000 miles from where we were.
Others are drawn to the field, at least in part, because of their experiences as an immigrant growing up in the U.S.
And when my parents bought a home, I felt like I was starting to finally feel that sense of like we made it.
Immigrants like Shaker, Tuan Nguyen, and Andres Munar have gone on to form their own companies, and they do it overcoming challenges. Nguyen took on Silicon Valley, he built his own tech, and he was the top originator in the country in 2021.
When I see a problem, I try to solve it, and I have to solve it.
Shaker built his brand around education. He didn't have contacts to feed him referrals. Eventually, people came to him after reading his blog about mortgages.
And that's when I decided that I'm going to build a business where people come to me versus me going to people, because I don't know people in this country.
And now they're trying to make the industry and the home buying process better for people like them. Munar is vice chair of the Hispanic Home Buying Committee for AIM.
If all we do is have that bias, you're never going to give that family that opportunity to break generational wealth.
You can read all about their journeys to the top of the mortgage industry in this month's issue of NMP Magazine, available today at nmpmag.com. For the Mortgage News Network, I'm Katie Jensen.
Thanks, Katie. In other news, California-based wholesale lender RMK Financial abruptly closed its doors at the end of January. The company had been doing business as Majestic Home Loan. Multiple employees posted on social media about the company's decision to close, pointing to a, quote, legacy issue. None of them elaborated on that issue, and so far we have not been able to reach company officials for comment. According to Mobility Market Intelligence, RMK Financial saw a 70% drop year over year in origination volume as of November 1st, and that was driven by an 84% plunge in refis. But the company also ran into regulatory problems in the past, most notably when the CFPB ordered RMK to pay a $250,000 civil penalty for deceptive ads targeting veterans. California officials say the company did not file a warn notice ahead of the closure. RMK reportedly had more than 60 employees. Coming up, the MBA is pushing for changes to a new pricing structure from the FHFA for single-family home sales.
Morgan of SunWest Mortgage is here to change the world of loan originations forever. From sending updates to your clients to allowing you more time, you can do it all in a simple chat. You no longer have to struggle with documents. All you need to do is select the files and upload them, and they're submitted in an instant along with your loan file. With SunWest, your true home is always within.
Welcome back. The MBA continues to raise concerns about a new pricing framework that the FHFA announced last month for single-family home loans. The MBA president, Robert Brookschmidt, sent a letter to FHFA Director Sandra Thompson saying this will increase the cost of loans that can be sold to both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and this in turn will make home ownership unaffordable for some of the buyers that Thompson has said she wants to help. Brookschmidt requested a meeting to talk about changing the framework. His specific concerns center around changes to the government-sponsored enterprise's loan-level price adjustments, in particular, the addition of a loan-level price adjustment based on debt-to-income ratios. Brookschmidt says he's still not sure why the FHFA announced the changes, particularly at a time when borrowers are already being priced out of the market. He says the MBA supports other recent changes, but suggests reversing this one. The FHFA declined to comment. And finally, we know you're more than your best deal, and you're more than a mortgage broker or originator. So what's your hidden talent? What do you do when you're not working? Are you recording European music? Maybe you're a pastor. Perhaps you're like me and you've umpired some Little League baseball. Or you're a cottage baker. Do you have a passion project outside the office? We want to hear more about you and what you're doing in 2023, both in and out of the office. Share your story with us at nmplink.com/secretlife. The deadline for submissions is February 20th. We'll be right back with what else is interesting today.
I had to watch him go from so capable to a different person altogether, and it was really hard. We're hoping that this message gets to veterans out there who are in similar struggles. That's how fast SunWest worked. It was truly amazing. It makes me very happy to know that there's a company out there that cares so much, that they go through so much to help, because we never expected this. Never.
SunWest understands that your success is built one family at a time. Visit sunwestpartners.com.
Welcome back. Here's what else is interesting today. United Wholesale Mortgage CEO Matt Ishbia is now part of a new club, the MBA owners. The MBA's Board of Governors approved Ishbia's purchase of a 50% stake of the Phoenix Suns and their WNBA counterpart, the Mercury. Ishbia's brother Justin joins him in the deal. Previous owner Robert Sarva agreed to sell the team after the NBA fined and suspended him for racist and misogynistic behavior. Suns Legacy Holding is valued at $4 billion under the deal. Now, according to several reports, 29 of the 30 NBA teams approved the deal. The one holdout, Cleveland Cavaliers owner and Rocket Company's founder and chairman Dan Gilbert, abstained. The league says it expects the deal to close this week. For more on these and all of today's top stories, go to mortgagenewsnetwork.com.